They told us freedom comes with a price, and Jesus didn't just pay it, he became it. Freedom. It's painted on billboards, blasted in speeches, printed on t-shirts. We wave flags for it, march for it, fight wars over it. And every time July 4th or Veterans Day rolls around, we're reminded freedom isn't free. But somewhere beneath the parades and hats is a more personal kind of freedom. The freedom from shame, from secrets, from sin, from our own inner prisons. And that kind of freedom, it cost someone everything. Trevor had been gone for 10 months. Desert sand, hostile nights, and letters folded like fragile prayers. Back home, Maria tried to stay strong. She held it together through milestones without him, their baby's first steps, a job promotion, her mother's funeral. Each time she smiled in public and cried behind the door. When Trevor finally returned, his uniform still stiff with salt and dust, she collapsed into his arms and whispered, "You came back." He smiled with tired eyes and said, "I had to. I made a promise. I wanted you to be free." It was never just about politics or borders. It was about love, sacrifice, a life laid down so another could live in peace. And that's exactly the kind of freedom Jesus gave. Jesus didn't just talk about freedom, he redefined it. He said, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends." But Jesus didn't just die for his friends, he died for his betrayers, for the soldiers who mocked him, for the thieves hanging next to him, for the broken, the ashamed, the addicted. For us, he paid with blood what we couldn't pay with our best behavior. We wanted freedom from Rome. Jesus gave us freedom from ourselves. In Chicago, a young man named Darnell sat in holding for 3 weeks. Wrong place, wrong time. Then one day he got called out. "Pack up, you're going home." Confused, he asked the guard, "Who paid for me?" The man just shrugged. Some anonymous donor left a note that said, "You were worth it." Darnell walked out with no clue who paid the cost, but he never forgot the freedom. And he never wasted it again. Just like Jesus, let's be clear. Freedom wasn't free. It cost Jesus his breath, his body, his blood. We weren't set free so we could coast through life. We were freed for something to love boldly, serve humbly, and live unchained from the guilt we dragged like shackles. Paul says in Galatians 5:1, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm then, and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery." The cross wasn't just an escape from punishment. It was an entrance into purpose. Discussion questions. What does true freedom mean to you, and how have you experienced it? Spiritually or emotionally? Have you ever taken grace for granted? How do we avoid treating freedom like something cheap? Jesus paid a personal cost for your freedom. What are you doing with the liberty he gave you? The house you didn't build. When grace plants roots where you expected ruins, because sometimes God blesses us with foundations we didn't lay and doors we didn't open. If today's episode reminded you of the depth of your freedom or challenged how you think about it, keep it to yourself. Subscribe now so you never miss a moment of grace in real life teaching. Share this episode with someone who is struggling to believe they're still worth the price. And remember, boss, you were never meant to earn freedom. You were meant to walk in it.